Welcome, Chosen One.
What's up, assholes? Welcome back to another Gwent video. Today we're gonna be filthy. We're gonna be dirty. We're gonna be the bane of every opponent's existence. Unless, of course, they're playing something that obviously counters us, in which case we're gonna have a bad time. That's right. We're playing Control. Precision Strike Control. A very meta deck, admittedly. I did find this on Team Leviathan Gaming's meta report. It was ranked tier 1. I don't know, that's a little bit out of my area of work, you know? And you know, like tier 1 decks and decks that, you know, are based around ruining your opponent's fun, killing engines. I mean, I can see why you would think that is not my thing, and, you know, I definitely prefer playing engines and not getting controlled, but I actually do enjoy control decks, and I think I mentioned this before, maybe in the Revenant video I made not too long ago, although it's been a little while, but I actually kind of like control decks in Gwent. Like Becker's Rock Slide, Curse of Corruption, Karathi Heatwave, like these are in so many decks right now. But I like all of them. I think they're all fine. And then we have Girl Professional, which I think is a really cool card. And the main reason I want to play this deck. With Precision Strike, we can actually use them pretty effectively. We also have Sheldon Skaggs, which is, you know, it's a control tool, but it requires setup, it requires a certain line of play. He doesn't come into play until later on. Nature's Rebuke is really the only card in this deck that I don't like. I don't know how I feel about All God. I've never played All God before. And I'm not too huge on Novigradian Justice being point slammy in just a bunch of decks. You know, outside of Dwarfs. But I still like the card. And I still like the card All God. So as far as the cards themselves go, Nature's Rebuke is the only one I don't like. It's like getting a death blow and it playing for 7 for 5 with 5 removal. I just think it's a bit much. Like it's not. I'm not gonna call it unhealthy or oppressive. It's a bit too much for my liking. Otherwise though, like I am down with all the cards in this deck. So All God. I haven't played this deck before, as is often the case, which is why the gameplay is so shitty. Also haven't seen anybody play this, but I think All God can be used on Sheldon Skaggs if he's in your deck. Otherwise, I think you want to use him on these thinning cards. Like the 2 Sentinels that you want to pull out with your leader later, and then 1 Mahakam Volunteer. I've seen people do that, and I think that's what you do. I mean, outside of that, you don't have too many units, so I guess you don't have many other options. But I do think that is generally the way to go. You could also put it on Harold Gore just to have a bigger finisher. But basically, yeah, we're just gonna ruin our opponent's fun for the entire match, hope to get last say, and then drop in Harold Gord. If I don't get last say, then the majority of meta decks that I play against, at least, have heat waves. So if we don't get last say, we probably lose. But we deserve it for playing a filthy control deck, for playing Harold Gord. We deserve to sometimes get punished up the butt. Anyway, let us play a couple of games with this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that whatever needs that you had when you clicked it will indeed be satisfied. But without further ado, gameplay. Like and subscribe. And our first matchup is going to be against Division Viking playing Scoia'tael. Please be Nature's Gift. Nope, it's going to be a mirror. Okay. Okay. Well, we go second in the mirror, which is good, right? Going second in the mirror. I mean, it is good. Like, we have so much hand buff and Sheldon. Ooh, I kind of want to. Although getting targets for these may be tricky. Don't break anything. God, Mulligan. Mulligan is such a good feature. It's such a helpful feature. It allows you to fix your hand and play a more fun match. Agitator? Yeah. Okay. So I was a bit hesitant. I mean, this gives a circle of life targets for days, so that's fine. I was a bit hesitant to play this just because of the sheer amount of control decks in the meta, because control mirrors are not fun. They're really not. The only redeeming factor here is probably the fact that we can get the thickest Sheldon. Oh wow, he's doing that right away. But we have that too. We have so much hand buff. like that's gonna be the redeeming factor. If I deem this match to be interesting enough to be featured in the video, it's because of this thick Sheldon. Tree and boar. Do professional that? I mean, there's gonna be a limit to how many targets we get here. And, you know, winning on even would be huge, so committing a little bit in order to achieve that is fine. Shaping nature. Okay, so it's not an exact mirror. I mean, the stratagem was different, and the tree and boar was different. Kind of regret this now, but you know, that boar would have done things, right? Ugh, now we don't have that. Just gonna buff up my dwarf. Well, actually, we don't need to kill because we only have one unit in hand. Unit in hand. I want to say unit, not Juden. It's not the Juden. Or der Juden? Das Juden? It's not das Juden. We have the red coin. We're doing okay. Let's just build up, right? This is now dealing 6 damage. Being a 12-point card in his own right, with 6 points of carryover built in. Ooh, Triss, that I like. That I like.
How can
I mean, he must have thought that would work. Because there's no way the other 2 options were worse than 0 points. Ooh, God, he missed out on some massive points there. Oh, you don't want that. You don't want that when you're going first in basically mirror match. Yeah, oh, you don't want that, sir. You don't want that. All right, so. And we were exactly at the point where I can dry pass for actual card advantage. Last say. I think this one is already in the bag. I don't know what can go wrong. We have thick Sheldon. We have card advantage. We're a card up, which is what card advantage means. We have last say is what I meant to supplement that sentence with. But, you know, I want to give credit to my opponent. I want to give props to them. That is not a net deck. I'm pretty sure that is not a net deck because it deviates so much from the list that I've seen. My list is a pure net deck. His, most likely not a net deck, so... You know, he's the moral winner. This is a very controlling hand. It's going to be difficult to get full value from this. Probably. But do we need full value? Okay, whatever that is, we kill it. Yes. I feel dirty. I feel dirty. A ping and a rebuke, or a backers. I mean, is he gonna play something bigger? We could just drop the Skags, but obviously we may have more value to gain from that. We don't want to give him a 12 strength target. With last say and card advantage, like we can just do whatever the hell we please. I'm gonna spend the backers though. Because I want to make sure I get the death blow from the Brocklon Sentinel, and just having 2 pings instead of 1 is probably good. Now, as commendable as all of this is, I don't think it's smart, because, you know, with all the control that's going around, playing, you know, basically control. I'm assuming this is basically control. But then having multiple extra engines in there, like that's... Yeah, you don't want to see that. You don't want to be that. And Morin is weird. Carlo. It's a control deck. It really, really is. Well, I may have a hard time getting value from this tempering. Actually, I should have kept that and played... Well, you know what? It's probably fine. You know what, I don't really feel bad at all. I don't know why. I think it's because... Yeah. Okay, now I feel a little bit bad, but I think because he is playing Scoia'tael, he's playing Precision Strike, it's obviously a less optimal version. But it's the thought that counts. And the thought was pretty much as filthy as mine, so I didn't really feel that bad. Although things turned sour for my opponent pretty quickly there, and I do feel a little bit bad. But I mean that's just like that reminds me of when I played a slightly more engine heavy Skellige Warriors deck, and I played against the normal Skellige Warriors deck. Like, I lost because it was essentially the same deck, except my opponent got so much more value out of their removal, right? Like, I had more or less the same removal, but I just played it for straight up points because he didn't have that much that was valuable to kill. Whereas I spent several turns setting up engines, so, you know. Double cross. Is it that weird? That didn't make it into a video, alright? Because it was so shit. But there was this double cross, living armor. Okay, this seems like just normal assimilate though. But it was like a double cross living armor. I think it was kind of mill. I'm not quite sure. I think it was. Because it was like Ihara Quacks into Living Armor, and I think there were more mill cards. Yeah, Cantarellas. Definitely Cantarellas. I say Cantarellas in plural. I don't know why. Come on, hit this. You know you want to. That's like the worst thing you could have done. But I respect it. Alright, so... I think I got a red coin, this dude. Wait, he played that from hand? You don't often see that. And he also has slave hunters. Alright. Well, you see, I'm thinking about playing Forest Protector. And that may seem weird. Honestly, I think that was a ping in a Circle of Life. I think so.
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face depicted thereon.
Alright.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
And now things are getting scary, so I am probably just gonna carry over a little bit. And get out. Because that's 4 engines that I was too slow to react to. I mean, I don't know how much reactions I could have done. I'm safe to play one more. Do I care what it goes on? Not really. Or do I? Do I put it on Gord? I think I do. And I think my opponent passes here. Yes. So we do lose on even, but, you know, we're on 5 cards. We're safe from a dry pass, which I think is what ideally he would want, because he wants a long round. What we're not safe against is if he decides to bleed, but I think maybe we have the tools necessary to deal with such a bleed. Alright. Well, I'm gonna be honest. My hand is really controlly. Because we lost on even, I can't Nature's Rebuke and then, you know, just get the fuck out of here. I can Forest Protector though. And if I use a ping, then I can get more carryover out of it. But if I just take a Nature's Rebuke, then I get more immediate points out of it. What do I want? I think I want the carryover. I think I do. Like, this is such a control what? Engine heavy deck. And, you know, just the fact that I can just slam whatever. Like, playing this Protector, dealing with his engine whilst putting a unit on my own side of the board and having this reactive of a hand against a deck like this, it could be very good. Alright, coup de grace. Just a tourney joust. Alright, Mr. Opponent is not doing too hot. There's a lot of carryover on the gourd there. Okay, Vigo. He can't informant, although I'm not sure. Yeah, like he wasn't even guaranteed to get informant, even if he could have. I could leader here. My leader would kill both of these and get the sentinels out of my deck. Would allow me to save this more prime real estate removal for something different. But then I'm spending my leader, you know. Probably just gonna do this. Uh-oh. Well, I have Gordon in hand.
No one can hide from me.
Wow, really makes you wish you thinned, huh?
They come to see us.
I mean, I can still go for it. I think I'm gonna do it. Like, if I had thinned, he would have had a better chance of getting something. I mean, a lot of these cards are trash for him, but... Oh, shit. Oh, you dummy. You have to play a card. I mean, it's professional at this point. His push here is pretty good. But he's draining me of valuable resources. Oh, there goes the leader. I mean, he won't be able to play Gord for very good value. I mean, sometimes the Assimilate players get yes, and the 3-point wave. Alright. Well, he knows my cards, so he probably knows what to do here. Feels bad to heat wave that. I mean, it's a better heat wave than he got with his 3-point leader. I mean, if he gets 8 or more, I mean, he just needs 7. Does he have nature cards? Oh, yes, he does. Okay, he got my gourd out of me. That's actually massive. That is pretty big. He may yet win. Although I do have some big plays. I do have some big plays that I can still bounce back from. Like All God, Novigradian Justice would be perfect draws here. Don't get the other volunteer. Okay. He doesn't do damage, but he's still 6 points. This is 6 points. This is big. And he's an engine deck in a 3-card round. So... Oh! Ooh, that can be big.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be in count once I'm done with you.
He may win this yet. Although he spent Brathen's Portal, Glynis. Okay. The fact that that is probably a 5-point card at best makes me pretty confident. God, when you play decks like this, you have some degenerate matches. Okay, just his own heat wave. Yeah, like... I mean, like, if I'd had Gord, he would have gotten heat waved, so... It doesn't even hurt that much that we lost him. It really doesn't. We can try one more. I've been thinking about, you know, just cutting the videos down to 2 matches. At least, you know, for just as a baseline. Like, the baseline has been 3 matches, but I'm probably gonna bring it down to 2. But you know, when things have been going like this, like, I don't mind playing a 3rd one. You know, we're having fun. At least I am. My opponents are not. And you know, like, if I play another one and it goes poorly, then that adds an extra layer to the video, because so far things have been degenerate and have gone very much my way. So next match begins now. Here we go. It's gonna be Skellige. Skellige Warriors. Ursine Ritual. I mean, if it's Lippy Cerys, then we don't have a lot against that. We really don't. And I have to drop this hand buff on this. But we can All God on Sheldon. Problem is, Sheldon, like, of all the cards that we, you know, could think about using All God on, Sheldon is the one we're the least likely to get. Because Sentinels were pretty much guaranteed. Volunteers. Like, we have 2 Volunteers and 1 on Neuromancy. And no Regretting Justice, which is what I meant to say, not a Neuromancy. Although that helps. But that helps with Sheldon as well, so I didn't count it. It's my turn. Unless you're going to ping one of these. I mean, we can hope that he thinks he's playing into Shiru. And if this is Lippy Cerys, then I really wish I had Shiru. Would have been epic. So we're facing discard tempo, which is scary. Hopefully he doesn't have more. How do they always have all of it? I mean, I don't yet know that he has all of it, but they always have all of it. Okay, he didn't have all of it. Alzur's... You gotta wonder when you see Alzur's Thunder these days, because most factions have access to better stuff, including, but not limited to, Skellige. I mean, we're in a fairly good position to just drop this Pyrotech and not really worry about it. Unless he plays something smaller than a 4, we're guaranteed value from it, which is great. We can actually tempering it and get extra value. Okay, so it's got to be Lippy. And with this, it's got to be Cerys. And I honestly think that's... I mean, I'm not going to call it an auto loss, but I think it's actually pretty bad. And so is this, because I'm pretty sure if he plays Curse of Corruption, he sure as hell plays Heatwave. And if he plays Lippy, then he sure as hell is not scared to just drop his load whenever he can. Alright, but we're gonna All God. I'm gonna do the Sentinels, because we know we're getting those. We've already lost out on a few opportunities. I mean, just one, but do we want to play that? I guess we don't want to go too big with the Gourd. I'm gonna do Volunteers just because I don't know. I don't know how reliable Sheldon is gonna be here, because he's just dropping Stunning Blows. And that tells me he does have the heat wave, because otherwise why would you lose value for no reason? And I could... I mean, if I'm just playing into a Cerys, which I am. I really, really am. Then that's bad.
Let's get this over with.
No, if he has Wildkarl, then that's better. I'm actually gonna do this. Like, I'm just playing into losing an even against Cerys, but I mean that losing an even was inevitable. There it is. I mean, this is just Lippy Cerys control. Like why not? You know, why not? And he's just bleeding me dry so he can play his Cerys. I mean, honestly, maybe I should have passed just to try to break his hand. Maybe I should. Just lose on even here so I don't have to lose on even after he thins out his shield maidens and stuff. I mean, why play Knickers and not Roach? I mean, if you're playing discard, Knickers is definitely not worth the one less provision. I should have maybe played Geralt there. But like I said, I'm kind of saving him. Okay, so he drew the shield maiden. I mean, now I can really brick him. I mean, he could have Roach. He could have Roach in his hand, in which case... Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I'm so used to that not being a thing. And he did have Roach in hand. And I'm helping. Oh my god, why did I do that? I mean, the only defense I have is that, you know, this never happens. Like, you never get him like this. You just don't. What is his last card? God, I deserve this. God, he bricked Roach in his hand, and he was able to just play it like that because I'm an idiot. What was that, a 2-point play? 3 deal 3, bring out his 4? God, I suck. And it's against Lippy Cerys, so like it... I always play like trash against that deck. Now I have kind of a brick draw. Like, I could banish it, or I could go for the Curse of Corruption. But this prevents the Lippy. Although he can pass now and have a great Lippy and card advantage. Like, I'm honestly not sure why he's not doing it. Okay, he's Lipping now. Which is concerning. Can I punish this in any way? Well, this bricked Brocklon Sentinel makes it a little bit more difficult. He's 9. I mean, this is like 11.
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north.
Now we're talking. Please have a terrible last card. Please be your second Alcer's Thunder. Okay, Brick Skirmisher. Well, I can play this. I don't have to thin. I can keep the thinning on Precision Strike, which honestly I think is better. So I just do this. Now he can draw Shield Maidens, but I mean he just has the 2 Shield Maidens because he didn't Cerys, and now Cerys is here. And that's Lippy Tempo dealt with, and I have Gourd. I mean, and I banished this thing. Like, this may actually work. Despite everything going wrong, this could actually work. Now the proactive option is probably just to go for like a Pyrotech or Sheldon. I don't think Curse of Corruption is worth it. I'm obviously thinning that out. So I think I'm just gonna get Sheldon. I'm not gonna get Pyrotech because I don't want to get, like, it's the same. It doesn't matter. So yeah, he had that, and that was big. But I can do this, this. That's pretty big too. And I have this, so I have an 8-point lead and a 14-point finisher. And he can't have much. Okay, but he's already done 1 skirmisher. And he had Crow Messengers. Why would you have Crow Messengers? Discard package, Shield Maidens, Knickers, and Roach. Like, it's too much. Okay, the thing is, if this is Heatwave or Curse of Corruption, we still win. And I think those are the most dangerous cards you could have right here, but we still win. All 3 matches in this video have been degenerate. I mean, he needs 17 points to win. And I think his best card right now is Heatwave or Curse of Corruption, neither of which is enough. So, despite my fuck up, we win because his deck is literally like 70% bricks. Okay, what's the stunning blow? Why even wait that long when it's just a stunning blow? I mean, I take comfort in the fact that, you know, even Heatwave, Curse of Corruption, probably his best cards there, would have not been enough. Like, the fact that that is true, that means that, you know, I won fair and square. I messed up. Like, I messed up really hard. I did not think. I got careless. But my opponent had 1,500 bricks. Why did they keep adding more bricks to a deck whose only main weakness, really, in my opinion, is the fact that it can easily break? Like, they have 2 Shield Maidens, both of which you want in your deck because you want to get them through Cerys, right? Then you have Roach, Knickers, Crow Messengers. Well, you want to draw one of them, so that's only 1 brick. Did he have more? I guess you can't have more. But then you have Burn a Bran, which, you know, is good. Is good, but if you don't hit the skirmishers, then she's less good. If you hit Knickers, then she's not very good. So many bricks. And honestly, I rarely get to see my opponents playing Lippy Cerys brick. Like, at all, really. But this time, I got to see a proper brickage of that deck. Like, that's what happens when I play the deck. Which, obviously, I don't do. I have in the past. I have tried it. Like, I like Lippy, and I enjoy a lot of the concepts in that deck. I'm not huge on the way they reworked Cerys and the way she now works with Lippy. Stop being so low graphics, bro. Play the premium. Are you serious? Is Geralt just dead? I will watch Ciri then. If Geralt doesn't want to perform, we'll just watch Ciri. She has a great premium too. You know what? I prefer Decoy. So cozy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You know, if you're not that into control decks, or you're sick and tired of all the control decks in this meta, I can understand if you didn't enjoy it that much, but hopefully you at least got a couple of laughs out of the degeneracy that ensued as soon as I queued with Precision Strike Control. More like Precision Yikes, am I right? I did plan that joke before recording. I did. And it's probably going in the thumbnail. Hell yeah. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, at least in some capacity. Like, there were layers to this video. There were things to enjoy, things to not enjoy. But that's life. Have a good one, and I hope to see you again soon. For more Gwent. Hopefully.